Welcome to Top Headline. I'm Christian Gomez, and today's top headline from the New American is written by Selwyn Duke, entitled "Study: World's Most Expensive Military, Ours, Could Lose War to China." As Duke reports, quote, "You get what you pay for. Well, sometimes anyway, but apparently not with the U.S. military. For while its 2018 budget of $716 billion is 4 times China's and 10 times Russia's, a new report finds that we're losing our military edge and could potentially lose a war to either of those two nations." The report, Duke describes, entitled, quote, "Providing for the Common Defense," was released on Wednesday by the National Defense Strategy Commission, a bipartisan commission comprised of former top Republican and Democratic lawmakers and also current Republican U.S. Senator Jon Kyl of Arizona. The 116-page PDF report opens with the following dire warning, quote, "The security and well-being of the United States are at a greater risk than at any time in decades. America's military superiority, the hard power backbone of its global influence and national security, has eroded to a dangerous degree. Rivals and adversaries are challenging the United States on so many fronts and in many domains. America's ability to defend its allies, its partners, and its own vital interests is increasingly in doubt. If the nation does not act promptly to remedy these circumstances, the consequences will be grave and lasting." Of those grave and lasting consequences, the report further warns, quote, "The U.S. military could suffer unacceptably high casualties and loss of major capital assets in its next conflict. It might struggle to win or perhaps lose a war against China or Russia. The United States is particularly at risk of being overwhelmed should its military be forced to fight on 2 or more fronts simultaneously." Further adding later in the report, quote, "Put bluntly, the U.S. military could lose the next state versus state war it fights." After detailing a litany of potential vulnerabilities and how the U.S. is supposedly lagging behind Russia and China in certain areas of warfare and military capabilities, the report's recommended solution boils down to spend, spend, spend our way out of this conundrum. However, is a lack of military spending really the problem? In his article, Duke asks, quote, "Given that we're spending 10 times and 4 times as much as respectively the Russians and Chinese, shouldn't our military be far superior? And if it isn't, why aren't we getting more bang for the buck?" As Duke points out, part of the problem could be due to higher U.S. standards. However, a far more likely explanation, as Duke states, is simply waste. Duke explains, "Government isn't known for its efficiency, and this problem is exacerbated by political self-interest. Just consider, for example, that Congress passed a bipartisan 2013 bill blocking future domestic military base closings because elected officials don't want jobs lost in their states. The cost of maintaining unneeded or non-strategic bases open is enormous, and those funds could likely be put to better use in order to actually defend our country, enhance or develop newer and more effective missile defense systems or technologies, or to fund other recommendations in the report that might actually be needed. But before Congress looks to spend more money, perhaps it might be prudent to see where and how taxpayer funds are currently being wasted." For more stories like this, be sure to follow our news coverage on thenewamerican.com, where you get the perspective that you won't find in the mainstream media. Be sure to stay informed through our free Top Headlines email, which you can choose to receive daily, weekly, or monthly. Also, consider a subscription to the magazine for as low as $12.95 a year. Thinking about what to give someone as a gift for Christmas or Hanukkah? You can also give someone a subscription. We report, so freedom shall not perish. After all, wouldn't you like to become a new American? Thanks for watching. So until next time, good day and God bless.